So we're talking about some great ideas of activities and events and things that you can do with your students to help them celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite Thanksgiving activities right here on the Youth Worker Daily. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Youth Worker Daily. My name is Jay Hyam, and here at the Youth Worker Daily, it is our hope to encourage youth workers like you with tools, tips, resources, and helps so that you thrive in your ministry. We start talking about the holiday seasons, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the hope and the goal here is to bring to you some ideas of activities or events or resources or ideas that you can use in messages to help you prepare for and maybe create some fun traditions, some memories, or just do some fun things here as we move into the holiday season. And so today, one of the things I want to share with you is one of my favorite events that I've done in youth ministry, and that is the Turkey Bowl. Now, I'll be honest with you, at the very beginning, when I heard about the Turkey Bowl, I wasn't super excited about what the event was. Basically, it was something that was happening at a youth group that I had just become the leader of. But they had been doing it for a number of years, and what they did is they would gather together in the backyard of a local church, and they would have like a flag football game. And they would go out there and they would put together teams and they would play this game, and then afterwards they would gather in the church, and I'm pretty sure we just had like pizza and desserts, and then we would have our normal worship time. The thing that really didn't attract me to it that much was, one, I wasn't super into football at the time, and two, we lived on top of a mountain where it was usually pretty cold by the time Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays came around. And so the idea of being outside playing a sport that I really didn't enjoy playing, and being out in very cold temperatures wasn't something that was really kind of exciting to me. But it was a huge thing that our students participated in and they looked forward to every year. So as the new guy coming in, there's no way we're going to cancel it or change it, but we're going to keep things going because it's what the students like to do and everybody looks forward to doing it. So we did our first year of Turkey Bowl, and it was just like it had always been. We met in the backyard of the church. We played football. Those who wanted to play, played. Those who wanted to hang out, just hung out. And then afterwards, we gathered in the church and we had a quick meal. And then we had some sharing time. That was great. And I actually started to see why they liked it so much. And so the Turkey Bowl was clearly something that was going to stay a part of our ministry. But it didn't stay the way it was. So we moved our ministry into a community center during my second year at the church. We were a church that was growing rapidly, but our facilities were very small, and we needed space. And I'm going to talk about this in another episode coming up in the future. But we needed space, and so some generous folks helped us acquire a space in town where we built a full-fledged community center, cafe and everything. And it was awesome. Again, talk about that another time. But it then forced us to kind of rethink our Turkey Bowl because we were no longer meeting in churches, but now we were meeting in this community center in the heart of town. And we wanted to think of a way how to use the community center and continue with the great tradition of the Turkey Bowl. Well, the convenient thing was the community center wasn't very far from our local high school, which had a beautiful football stadium attached to it. And so we got to thinking, what if we moved the Turkey Bowl into the stadium right here in town and actually played our game right in the heart of town at the local high school? So we did all the paperwork and went through the proper steps so that we could use the stadium according to how the school has set it up, that you can use it. And we kicked off the whole thing. We said, we're gonna do this year's Turkey Bowl, and we're going to do it in the high school stadium. How cool would that be? But not only that, we said, well, we need to do something more because we're going to come back to the community center, and we want to make sure that we do something really kind of top-notch when we came back. And at the time, I had amazing adult leaders. And someone made the suggestion, what if we had a turkey dinner for them? We go and we play the turkey bowl game, and then we come back and we have a turkey dinner. And I'm thinking, okay, turkey dinner, yeah, sure. We throw in some sliced turkey, and, we do, some side dishes, and, yeah, let's just see what happens. Well, it wasn't a turkey dinner, a few slices of turkey and some side dishes. It became a full-fledged Thanksgiving meal. We're talking huge turkeys, because we had two of them, and all of the fixings and trimmings that you could possibly imagine from whatever your traditions that you like. We had it all. Not only that, when we came back to the community center afterwards, the whole place was decorated out and set up for this incredible Thanksgiving dinner, and it became one of my most favorite things that we were doing with our students. So, a couple things about the Turkey Bowl. The Turkey Bowl, essentially, it's a football game that you play with your students around that Thanksgiving weekend. Ours was always the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and we would play that game. Actually, we actually moved it to 2 Saturdays before because I ended up being out of town the weekend before Thanksgiving. But we would always do it on the same weekend. We advertised it as a great event to bring friends to, because it was a total like foyer type. If you're familiar with that terminology, it was the foyer type event where it was perfect for students to bring friends and family. It was a great opportunity for that. And so we would advertise it as a way to bring your friend, let them play the game with us, and we would have a good time. But it grew into this great outreach and memory, because not only did we play the football game, but we had this incredible meal that became part of our new tradition. And for the years that followed, we had the full turkey dinner. Even when we moved out of the community center and into a brand new church facility that was much larger, we still set up the fellowship space for this incredible dinner. And it was awesome. So I had to start saying about some of the things about Turkey Day. The Turkey Bowl, straight up football. You could do flag football. The thing is, if you're going to do football, make sure you have enough folks around that know enough of the game to actually keep the game moving forward. Have some simple rules just to keep it organized and to keep the arguments at bay. Have a plan for who's going to be in charge of the teams, who's going to be in charge of just managing the game. Have all those things in place. You can have fun with it, because not all kids are going to want to play football, so you can definitely have spectators come that can cheer for one team versus the other. You can get a couple of the kids to be cheerleaders and let them come up with fun cheers and cheer on whatever team they choose to do. Of course, you're going to always need some extra parents, because with this comes a number of things that you just need extra eyes for, especially if you're going to be in a public arena where kids can wander or can kind of get lost in the space around you. One thing, if you do the Turkey Bowl and it's a place where it is cold, not only do you want to have some water for the players as they're playing, but we would also have thermoses of hot chocolate standing by in case the weather was ever really bitter cold. And there were a couple of years that we played this game and there was snow falling and snow on the turf, and so having that hot chocolate was a great way to keep kids excited about what was going on. Now, a couple things you can do about this. Obviously, you can just do the Turkey Bowl and that's it. Get your kids together, have a game, and then just that's all, and send them all home. Or you can do the things that we've done in the past where you've actually attached a dinner to it or some type of a meal. Doesn't have to be the full-fledged Thanksgiving thing. It can simply be pizza and some desserts. Maybe you can get some parents to make some cookies or some cakes or something like that to send along, and then order pizza from wherever you order your pizza from. Now, part of that is going to need to be having some people at the church or whatever location you're going back to, so they can get all that stuff ready for you. And then after the meal, if you want to have a time of worship and sharing, it's a great time for you to have that opportunity, especially if you have guests coming, and so that's a fun way to get them introduced to what it is that you guys do in and around your youth ministry. Now, if you do want to go super elaborate and you want to have the Thanksgiving meal, it's not a hard thing to do, but it's definitely something you want to make sure that you delegate and recruit folks to do that for you, because there's no way that you're going to be able to be out on the field running a game or being part of a game while the turkey is cooking and the foods are being ready. So this is a great opportunity for you to maybe reach out to some adult small groups, or maybe the women's ministry, or maybe the men's ministry, and ask them to help you put this event on. I know the one year we tried to do a fried turkey, and then we tried to do a roasted turkey, and so we had some guys that love to do fried turkey, and so they fried some turkeys up for us, and then we had a normal just oven roasted turkey. But involve other peoples, and allow them to do some of that prep work for you. If you got folks that love to decorate and kind of make that atmosphere feel special, let them come in and set your tables for you. So lots of possibilities with this activity. Like I said, my first time, the idea of it, wasn't super thrilled about doing it, but after we did it, after I was a part of that community, it became one of the events that we looked forward to each year, because it became something that the kids got super excited for. And plus, I think it was a really neat ministry that we could provide as a church, a full Thanksgiving meal to the kids that were coming out, knowing that maybe some of the kids wouldn't experience that full Thanksgiving meal had they be at home. So, Turkey Bowl, great event, a long-standing event. I know a lot of churches do it, and I'd like to hear what you do. If you do the Turkey Bowl, what does that look like for you and your ministry? So share in the comments below how long you've been doing it, some of the things that you guys do as part of your Turkey Bowl, whether you have just the game or whether you guys have pizza afterwards. Maybe you go out and do something. I don't know, share with me what you're doing. I'd love to hear and learn about the ways that you're doing turkey bowls in your ministry. And if you haven't done a turkey bowl and it's something you want to try, leave a comment below, and maybe someone from our community, I'll reach out to you and we can help share some tips and some things to watch out for as you prepare for your turkey bowl. So there it is, the first fun Thanksgiving, Christmas idea, and that is the Turkey Bowl. Guys, as always, we want to say thanks so much for watching the Youth Worker Daily. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not yet subscribed, we would love for you to subscribe. All you do is just go up to the I think it's this corner over here, hit that subscribe button, and then of course ring the bell next to it, because that then notifies you when we post our next video. Comes right into your inbox and you can watch. Be sure to be following us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You'll find us at Youth Worker Daily. That is YTH Worker Daily. We'd love to have you follow along with us as we grow this community of sharing of ideas and resources to help us be better youth workers. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time right here on the Youth Worker Daily.